Project SAFE is a collaboration of the Domestic Violence Unit at the state's Department of Transitional Assistance, an agency that provides food and nutritional assistance, cash assistance, employment supports, and emergency shelter. Harbor Cove, a domestic violence agency emphasizing the connection between homelessness, poverty, and abuse. Impact, a personal safety, self-defense, and abuse prevention organization. And Homes for Families, a nonprofit group committed to ending homelessness by advocating for change in public policy. This unique program was designed to give homeless shelter residents the skills and support they need to work toward economic independence while still homeless. With homelessness at a record high in Massachusetts and studies showing that 92% of homeless mothers are survivors of abuse, it is critical that programs address the lasting effects of abuse and trauma.
We decided to put in a combination of an economic empowerment program and a self-defense program. The reason for the self-defense was it felt as if the biggest issue that the women we saw were dealing with was a lack of feeling safe within their whole personal body. And we thought if we could return some sense of safety to them, that they would then be able to start making the next set of choices.
We teach a realistic, scenario-based personal safety and self-defense curriculum. That means that one of the instructors is wearing specialized protective body armor and is actually playing the role of an assailant, is saying words threatening, disgusting, other types of words that an assailant might use in an attack, and also physically simulating an attack. What it really does is it gives people practice saying something that is effective and that is going to help their family when they're feeling fear.
Well, I got involved with Project SAFE voluntarily. I wanted to learn self-defense. I was going through a little physical with my boyfriend at the time, and I just wanted to learn how to protect myself.
The part that felt really good for me was more so like the talking part. The physical part felt really good, but the talking part was really good for me. I really benefited from it because before I was like a no-talk person. Like, it's like if I felt threatened by you, or if I felt that you were gonna attack me, or I felt harmed in any way, it was just like, I'm going after you because I feel like I can protect myself. So that was like the best part for me, like learning how to talk my way out of situations and defending myself in the right way.
Since April 2006, more than 200 shelter residents have participated in Project SAFE, a trauma-informed curriculum that helps participants develop the confidence and skills necessary to become job-ready. Shelter residents learn to take control of their finances, de-escalate conflicts, develop negotiation skills, advocate for themselves, and communicate effectively.
I think that through our experience working with survivors of domestic violence and sexual assault, and we learned that economic independence is the most important thing that we have to address. It's very important. You can't just stay at the shelters and then you leave. What you're gonna do after that? So, by having this program together, it helps survivors to move forward, especially with the job readiness and finding housing.
The budgeting classes helped me, figuring out what I need more and what's more important instead of just like splurging on things that I don't really need, saving money, putting money away. And now that I'm moving, I need, money to move into my new apartment and everything like that.
Eventually I'd like to go back to school. So they did a lot of things about financial aid and how to get out of debt and different things about bankruptcy if you ever had to do that, and careers and how much different careers made, and usually how long you're in school for certain things. And that was what I found interesting because that was things that were based towards what I wanted to know.
Homes for Families is an advocacy organization. Our role in Project SAFE is to teach a little bit about how public policy affects families and to talk about personal advocacy, what they can do, not only to advocate for themselves, but to advocate for systems change on a bigger level. And our classes also talk about the importance of registering to vote and public speaking and how to tell your story in a way that's useful for politicians.
After the class was over, I got into an internship with Homes Families, which I think it improved my life in numerous ways. I'm dealing with, we do different things. We go to the State House, we advocate, we're learning to advocate for ourselves, which I had a rough time with the whole verbal speech, So the impact group, it helped me to bring that out and to use it in a better way instead of just always lashing out with anger and mad at the world, basically. And I turned that around. I use that energy to, for good use.
At the end of the curriculum, Project SAFE graduates have the opportunity to apply for 10-week paid internships with Impact, Harbor Cove, or Homes for Families, where they learn professional skills, explore career opportunities, and participate in the coordination and teaching of Project SAFE at other shelters. Internship graduates have already joined the permanent staff at Impact and Harbor Cove, and now most Project SAFE classes are taught by the formerly homeless, moving toward the ultimate goal of the project to one day be completely run by graduates.
What's so amazing about this project is that slowly but surely the leadership of the project has been the folks who are coming out of homelessness and right out of taking the classes themselves, participating in Project SAFE themselves. And there's magic in there. I know that in the beginning it was the goal that the project would be completely in the hands of the folks who had come through it. But you can see that so clearly now that we don't have that many more hurdles to go before it actually becomes that.
So in the internship, it just gave me a lot of motivation to want to better myself and get a permanent job. Like, I feel like I'm really thirsty. That's what I'm gonna say, I'm thirsty to get a permanent job right now.
Because I was able to consume and attain so much through the project, empower myself in many different ways, that I want to be able to just let that light shine on somebody else and help them in one way or the other. Just show them, like, listen, you can make this work for you. It may not seem like it's like you can take it in all at once, but just showing them, like, this is where I've been and this is what I've come from and this is where I am now and this is what I can do and this is what you could do for yourself also. It's just empowering.